Hi, welcome back to Genesis Custom Sabers, and this is a very special Ascend that I've just completed. I've utilized my Firevine etching pattern all over this saber in some new ways. I've scaled it down and repositioned it so that I could do etching on the different parts. I'll show you a bit of a close-up later. So this Ascend is heavily etched, obviously with a shroud and a custom machined emitter with some custom powder coating and some slight or light weathering. So this is meant to look authentic and used, but not too worn and too old. This saber is equipped with a Crystal Focus version 8 and the color extender to be a color changing saber. And this video is going to serve as the operating instructions for whoever the new owner is. I will have this saber available to view at the upcoming Calgary Comic Expo in April. It may be for sale at the show, or if not, shortly after on my website or on eBay. So this is how to operate the saber. You've got a kill key here, which covers the 2.1mm recharge port. You hear the saber boot up when you pull up the kill key. That's where you'd plug in your recharger to charge the battery on the saber. To operate the saber, you just slide in a 1-inch blade, similar to the ones you can get at the custom saber shop. This saber is suitable for hard dueling. You can, it's really shock-proof and ready to go. With the blade in and the blade retention screw tightened, you just hit this activation button, and that fires up the saber. You get a bright blade. The auxiliary button activates the blaster block, or you hold it down for the lockup. Of course, because this is a color changing saber, you can hit those two buttons at the same time, and you toggle through 10 different color presets to find the color that you like for the saber. I'll demonstrate some of the other features later. As you can see too, there's a bar graph that's in the pommel viewed through this window. The bar graph does different animations. You hold down the auxiliary button, you get how many battery bars, so relatively full battery on this one. And that's how to operate the saber. You can undo the screw and pull the blade out. For the internal workings of the saber, I don't permit that it be taken apart, other than the pommel. And the pommel just simply unscrews. You always want to work over a flat surface so you don't lose any parts. Pommel unscrews gently, and you can carefully remove the speaker module. There's a clip that you can undo, or just let it sit there. I don't know if you can see in the video, but there's the R.I.C.E port. So that's where you plug in the R.I.C.E interface to make changes to the computer. If you want a video showing how to operate R.I.C.E or some basic features of R.I.C.E, just click here. I'll provide a link to a video showing some of the basic operations of R.I.C.E. Of course, if you want to pull out the SD card, you always put in the kill key. So that shuts off power to the saber. You can just gently press your finger against the SD card, and I don't know if I can get it with my fingers. Yep, there you go. There's your SD card. Sometimes you can carefully use a pair of pliers if you're very gentle. You can make changes to the SD card to the fonts. And when you're ready, you just tuck those wires together. Put that speaker module back in place. You can tighten up the pommel gently. You always want to make sure that it's threaded properly because it is aluminum, it's a soft metal. You don't want to over tighten any screws, and that is how to operate this saber. This is just a close-up of some of the etching detail. As you can see, it's my Firevine pattern, but scaled for this saber and adapted. Of course, these are relatively new variations on the Firevine pattern. So the whole saber flows and the aesthetic flows, the way the design works together. So with the blade in, this saber is ready to go. Simply fire it up. Each sound font in the Crystal Focus version 8 has 16 different swing sounds, 16 different clash sounds. Of course, my favorite is the spin sound. It goes into a spin if you start spinning the saber, and then when you stop, it goes back to regular swing sounds. There's a host of stab sounds and all kinds of other sounds. It's a really cool sound font. You've got force effects, really cool sounds like that. Now, it's got 12 different sound fonts. Each sound font's got its own unique flair and style, and of course you can change the blade color depending on what you want for that sound font. So I hope the new owner enjoys the saber. If you like this video, there's more where this came from. Please subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.